Good morning, everybody. Like I was saying, this is Moxie
Good morning.
Present part 2. So there's a couple things. Normally when I go over Moxie, I just show you guys how to create your listing presentation and add in the comps and that sort of thing. So today I kind of wanted to go into a little bit more of the customization, especially to one good time-saving tip for you guys is once you get your presentation the way that you like it, you can make a template of it. So that way you're not having to go back in every time and recreate it and do all the other things. So you just go in and you hit create template. So let's get started. Let's see. I have a lot of screens open this morning. Okay, so can everybody see desk?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you're going to want to log into CB Desk as usual. And this morning I am Gail. So it'll say good morning, Laura, or good morning, Fran, or whatever. So hopefully you're in the right account. And then you're going to look for Moxie Work. So depending on where you've put it, it might be on the top. Hopefully it's on the top because that means that you're using it quite a bit. So I'm going to click on Moxie Works. Wait for it to load. There we go. So your picture is going to be here, all of your information. Some of this you can change, some of it I need to change. So if there's anything that needs changing, let me know. But just like normal, the presentations, my website, Engage and Impress are all up here. So these are all of the Moxie products you have within the main Moxie suite. So today we're going to go over presentations. And I'm not going to go over a whole lot of how to create it because I wanted to show you guys the part 2 part. So that we'll do a create new. And remember, you have all these options. So today I'm going to show you the seller portion and hit continue. And here's where when you guys create your template, you'll have another option here that'll say my templates. So we're going to choose the Coldwell Banker one to get started. And then we're going to choose the, and for those of you who do speak Spanish, there is a Spanish speaking one. There's also Global Luxury for those of you who are going after those high dollar listings. And of course, if you are a certified Global Luxury specialist, and you're going after those, you can use that one as well. So we're going to choose the seller and click continue. And then we're going to give it a name, and just so you know, the people that you send this to will see it. So I wouldn't call it like seller number 1 or difficult buyer or anything like that. So we're going to call it Mr. Smith. If you don't have this linked right here, let me know. This is where it pulls in through the comps. The total square footage, the total finished square footage, I would stick with the total square footage because we are an area. And if you click on this little button, it does tell you kind of what it is. But I believe this is for, we don't have a lot of basements in our area, but it is for the other areas that do. So you're going to hit create and wait for it. Okay, so once again, this is where your listing presentation, starts. So you can put in the location here. We're going to Valley, and it'll bring you the map. So here, hopefully this is correct, and it is. So that's where you'll put in the address. I would definitely choose a different photo, especially if you're going on a listing presentation. At least if you don't have a generic photo of the desert, I would go take one. Hopefully you're taking a picture of the house, doing a little drive-by picture. Obviously it doesn't have to be the best photo for your listing presentation, but if you do put that in there, it shows the clients that you did take a little extra time and at least drove by the house. Hopefully this is the house that you guys are all gonna go on a listing appointment for. I don't know where it is, but it's a nice looking house. So that would be the home of the picture of the home. And like I said, here's the location. You can fill in as much or as little information as you would like. So you can put in here the Apple Valley School District. I don't know what elementary school they go to. I know they go to Apple Valley High School. Let's just say they go to Sitting Bull. It looks like I've already filled this stuff in. Okay. So, and here's where it will also pull in for your comps. So you select the property type, single family home. There's 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 1 half bath. Click OK. And put in your square footage. Like I said, this you can put in as little or as much as you want. And then you just go to the bottom and hit continue. So it's kind of like a wizard. It will go, no, thank you. It will say, it won't let you go to the next one until you click on the continue. So here's your comps. Hopefully this is ringing a bell to you guys. It looks familiar. So I'm just going to quickly pick some comps so that way we can get on to the part that I wanted to show you. Okay. So we'll pick those. And all these little red dots, don't forget that is your sold, the yellow is pending, and the green is active, and the star is where your listing is at. So we'll go down to continue. Hey, here's my comps. Everything looks good. I'm going to hit continue again. Once again, you can either create your range right here, or you can do the estimated market value. So I'm going to create a range to, let's say, we're going to change that to 650. Because let's say you haven't been inside the house, and it really can vary, as you guys know. If you wanted to fill out the estimated net proceeds, you can. That would go here. Or if you just want to leave that alone, you just don't fill it out. And then you hit continue again. So here's where you get to all of your slides. So as you can see, we are at 35 pages right now. And some of you, really like the heft of the presentations, and some of you are like, oh my gosh, that's way too much. And depending on your seller, you might get into that listing presentation and you can see their eyes start to gloss over, and you can leave it with them. Or maybe for the next time, you're like, okay, there's some pages that I really need to take out. So you can, let's say we have your make your dreams real. So this is kind of like the cover page. List your home. So let's say you want to take that one out. You just hit that little X where it says remove. And so this brings you up to the next slide, the proven success. So you're like, well, I don't know if I want that one either. And you can just go through here and just start clicking the ones that you don't want. So maybe that one was kind of a little redundant, but you definitely want this one. So you'll close this one. There are some that I would definitely leave in here, like for instance, the global reach. This is a powerful slide because it shows you just how much Coldwell Banker has a reach. I mean, it's not just in California, it's all over the world. 100,000 plus agents, 40 countries and territories. That's huge, especially when you're going up against some of those real estate companies in the desert that might be just like a one-off. They don't have this global reach power for them. So you have your positioning, your property. Like I said, if there's some of these that you don't want, feel free to take them out. Another one that I would definitely leave is the online photography, or I'm sorry, the online exposure. I was going to say you could take out the photography if you don't want it. This one's huge because online exposure, I mean, most people are going to search the web first when looking for a home, or even looking for you guys. So, but like I said, if you don't want photography, you can take that one out. Maybe there's a few more, like, I'm not going to have a broker open house, so take that one out. And feel free to look at all of these. #1 rated real estate ad, that's pretty big. Coldwell Banker is going to hit the market pretty hard coming soon. You'll find out more. Full service, like I said, if there's pricing strategy you don't want in there, feel free to take out what you don't want. But when you get it to the way that you do want it, does somebody have a question? Stop me if you do, or put it in the chat. When you get it to the way that you do want it, just hit Save as Template on the bottom. And see right here where it says custom tile, I would name it. So let's say you name this as the seller listing presentation, and maybe you put a GP behind it so that way you know. And then you can say, okay, this is the seller. Sorry, I'm gonna move this around real quick. And then you can put the seller, and then you hit save right here. So that way, this particular listing presentation that you have is saved as a template. So when you're creating it, and we went to the templates, and we chose the Coldwell Banker drop down, your templates, it'll say my templates, and then you just choose that one. Does anybody have any questions on that? Because that way you don't have to go through the next time and get rid of all those pages that you don't want. Does that make sense? Okay. The next thing I wanted to show you guys was the add the page option. So let's say you've done a, I don't know if Raquel's on the video, no, but Raquel has done like an agent bio video, which is great. So you can actually add that into your listing presentation. Obviously, you don't want to add it in if you're printing it, but there is a workaround for that too. So just keep that in mind. Depending on what you're going to do, if you're going to email it or if you're going to print it, there is an option that I would recommend for both. But just keep that in mind when you do send it to the client, which way you're going to send it. So you click add page. Now, if you add from library, these are the pages that I have created that we've put in there, and they are under brokerage pages. Now, Coldwell Banker has a bunch of pages as well. So if you wanted to put in the comp portion of that listing presentation, you would go through here and add like the property summary, side-by-side comparisons, and then start to put this. And of course, if you wanted a cover page, maybe price and days on market, maybe your seller's a little difficult already, you can tell, and they want a higher price. So that might be good, especially with the comps that you've told them about. Listing averages, that's good. So all you would do is just click add. So let's say you want to put in the property summary, the listing location map. And it's just as easy as coming in here and clicking add. Now, if you made a mistake, you're like, oh gosh, that's too many. As you can see, I'm already back up to 36 pages. You can just hit remove and it'll take it right out. Now, if you want this part of your template as well, you could do that. You can just put it all in there and then just hit save as template again. So this was the portion of the add the pages from the library. Now, if you wanted to add a custom page, you hit create new. You can either upload a PDF page. So let's say you have your housing market report that will be coming out this week. You could put that in there as just a PDF. Or if you wanted to build your page, here's where some of the fun comes in. So you can either do the version of web, or you can do a print version, portrait or landscape. So we're going to choose web, and we're going to choose this one right here. So you can choose any one of these templates. You just hit create. So here's where you can add a text. So maybe let's say if you want to put in my resume or something like that, make sure you spell it correctly. You can change that. You can bold it. You can make it bigger. You can put it in the middle. You can put it over there. There's different things you can do here. So this will be a page within your template. So you can do text, you can do image, you can do video. If you do video, you can put in the URL. So like I was saying, for instance, if you did a video bio, you can put that in there. So when you email it, maybe that's the first time they're seeing you and it'll tell them a little bit about you. So you just put in the URL there. Apologies, I don't know what those YouTubes are, so we'll see. Who knows what we'll get. And then you just click add. Oh, good, it was something good. So here's your YouTube. And the nice thing about this is it is embedded in there. So it's not going to take you down a rabbit hole on YouTube. And let's say you just wanted that one by itself. You just go over here and click that one, or just put another video in there maybe. Let's see what else I have in here. Or if you do more, there's a fun little tool. If you click more and then you click this iframe and then you put the URL in there. I don't have one. Should have come prepared. Let's see. And then this will give you the capability if you put it in as an iframe. If you go to the print option, it will put it in there as well. But it will do both the print and the web version. So that's if you go to more, and then you click that little globe, so it gives you the iframe option. You would just put in the same URL there, but it does a little bit more formatting for you. So like I said, if you do, it will automatically give you a print version of that page. If you do have this as a print version, obviously they're not going to be able to play that video. So maybe on your print version, put a QR code of your video. So that way, when you are sending it to them print version, they have that QR code. And then they can, watch your video that way. So, and then it'll say the print versus the web version. And then you can change it. Say, my resume, please scan the QR code to, for my web-based resume. But you can do anything with these create your own pages. You can add an image. Maybe you want to put in some past listings, some past solds, especially maybe in that neighborhood, or like you put in about you section, and the video is a great spot to put that in. Like I said, in this more option, there's definitely a lot more you can do here. But this is where you can start to add it, make it more of your listing presentation, more custom for you guys, and add a bit, because it does have all the Coldwell Banker stuff that of course you get from the marketing department. This is where you can really customize it and add some stuff. And once you get it the way you like it, like I said, let's say if you go in here and hit save, then you can save this page. So you hit my resume, and then you click save. So now when you go back to your pages, your resume is up here, but maybe you want to move it down here, you just drag and drop. But if you want to go in and add a page, add from library, see where it says my pages? So you have your resume, your agent profile. These are ones that we had done before. But you would just click and then hit add, just the same way as the other pages. So here's the report pages that you can add. Brokerage pages are here. For example, if you wanted to add something about the pet adoption or our #1 graph, you could do that. But your pages, like the one that we just created under resume, would be right here under my pages. And that's why you would name it. Because if you have a whole bunch of these, it just says like custom page 1, custom page 2, you're not going to remember. So if you name it like we did, my resume, and then just click that in there, it will show up in your pages over here. And like I said, if you don't want depending on where you'd like your resume, maybe it's the first slide you want, you would just go in here and just drag and drop. So those are the custom pages. Like I said, you could get pretty creative with it. And if you, I know we did the save the template earlier, but if you wanted to go back and just hit save template again, and then save over that. Let's see, I think we did seller. this name has already been taken, or if you just click here, right here, and then it should let you, we'll take off that. It should let you save over it. So that way you don't have a bunch of different presentations. Yeah. So seller listing presentation. So let's say you made some changes like we did, and then you just save as template, and then that one, and that will save over the one that you created a little bit ago. Guys have any questions? Of course, you have the marketing team, to do a listing presentation, but this one's a little different. You can add your comps in there for your listing presentation. Like I showed you, you can add your videos in there. You can add your past deals. And like I said, once you get this to the way that you like it with your template, then you don't have to go back and do it. So your solds are already in there, your resume is already in there. Maybe your testimonials are already in there too. So whatever you guys want to add to make it a little bit more unique, that's how you can save it as a template and then go from there. Any questions?
No, that's pretty cool. I like it. So
Yeah,
if you
Moxie is
want
a
to,
great tool.
if you want to take a laptop to do the presentation, that's when you'll put in the videos and stuff like that, huh?
So there's a couple ways you can do it, and thank you for bringing that up, Fran. So you can send it to the client in advance if you'd like. You could go here to send, and you can say send presentation in an email. If you do one of these two, obviously it won't do some of the like play the video or anything like that. The other thing you can do, like you said, if you do bring like a iPad or a laptop to your listing presentation, you would just go under here and go view, and then you would say the web version. And then that would, if you wanted to present it, you can do that with your iPad, laptop. The other thing you can do, if you go to view and then go to the web right here, it's going to give you a very specific URL. So if you wanted to text this to your client and say, hey, I'm really looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Here's a pre-listing presentation. We'll go over the numbers when I see you tomorrow, but here's a little bit about myself and Coldwell Banker. Text that to them, and then they will be able to look it up and go through it. And it does format through your phone. It looks actually really nice. So you don't have to worry about that. Wow,
that's awesome. And you could do a Zoom with them as well.
Absolutely. But just like we're doing, you could all be my clients, and you're all listed on this multi-million-dollar house that I'm hoping to get the listing for. So we could easily do it this way, and I could just go to view and then the same thing, and then we could just run through it just like this.
Cool. Well, you got to get a Zoom account, I bet, huh?
Zoom is free. If you get a free Zoom account, you have 35 minutes for a meeting. Anything longer than 35 minutes, you do have to pay for an account.
Okay. Cool.
Any other questions this morning?
No questions for me.
All right. Well, this is, once again, it's all part of Moxie Present. As you can see, there's different ones up here, and we will be going over these throughout our Maximize Mondays. So nice to see everybody, and I will give you back the rest of your Monday.
Awesome.
Thanks, Katie.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good day.
Thank you.
See
Appreciate
you
that.
later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.